Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you for checking out Waking Up with Shadera. I'm your host, Shadera. Hey. This is the second week, y'all, and it is Soulful Sunday today. But look, y'all. Hey, look at that. Y'all see that? This is my first t-shirt with my logo. I'm so happy about that. Boom. Waking Up with Shadera. Okay, so anyhow, it is Soulful Sunday, and I hope you guys are and gals have been having cool kittens have been having a good day today. So let's get right into it. This morning, I get a text message from my sweet friend Ruby Red. Shout out to Ruby Red. She sent me a message. With the directory information, or the information for the guy who I think is my dad. So, I was already feeling some kind of way this morning, like, Lord, okay, like, I'm still coming to a dead end. What's going on? So I followed that link, and the numbers there was like 3 numbers listed. I called all 3. No answer, or disconnected, or whatnot. So they offered a background check. I did a background check, and I got more numbers, right? So I reached out to the guy who I think is my dad, and then I reached out to another person who keeps showing up as a relative. And I called and I text both numbers, right? They only had 1 digit off on the last number, so I'm like, oh, they must be on the same account. So about an hour later, I get a phone call, and I'm like, I contacted a man and a woman. I got a phone call from the woman, and I'm like, hey, my name is Shadera, and I did a DNA test. I'm looking for my daddy, blah blah blah. Get a whole spiel, and she's like, well, I'm family by marriage, but here's my husband. So he gets on the phone, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I was always told this was my dad. And he's like, yeah, well, that's so-and-so. And I was like, okay, well, let me ask you this. Does he have this? He said, yes. I said, well, what about this? Yes. And what about this? Yes. What? Don't y'all know I bust out crying? Because here it is. I was talking to, at the time, I thought it was my uncle, but it was really my cousin. And he's telling me my daddy. He's telling me who my daddy is. And I'm like, in a ball of tears. And so, at the end of it, eventually, he ended up sending me my dad's phone number. And I called him and I talked to him. And I'm like, hey, I'm your daughter. And he was like, yeah, I heard, but, like, y'all, like, this is the best day of my life, July 19, 2020, something I've been waiting for all my life. I finally have a daddy, and yes, guess what? He accepts me. I got 2 sisters, 141, 137. I'm the baby. I thought I was the oldest. I'm my mama's oldest, and I'm my daddy's youngest. It's mind-blowing that God has showed out in my life. He's been showing out. And I prayed about it this morning, because I was like, Lord, like, really brought me to this, and I still, like, I can't find him. Like, I didn't understand. Turns out he was the name that I knew and my mom knew. It was a nickname. It wasn't even his real name. My dad has been driving trucks since 1989. Like, he was in the Army, and when he left the Army, he started driving trucks. And he's still driving trucks to this day. He's older than I thought he was, and he remembers my mama. Asked me for her number so he can call my mama. And he probably didn't have enough nerve to call. And my mama said, well, give me the number. I'm going to call. And I know Sweet G, the gangster, she going to call. But y'all know, in my head, I'm like, what if my mama and my daddy get back together? Because my daddy did ask my mama to marry him back then. But anyway, I got a daddy. thank y'all to everybody who was searching. I knew. That's why I asked for y'all help, because I'm like, Lord, I can't do this by myself. I've been fighting this battle for a long time, and I asked for help. And the fact that nobody hardly responded or liked it or said anything, I knew people was out there searching for me. And I'm going to tell y'all, thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. I now know who my daddy is, and I told him he might as well get ready, because it's happening. I don't care about the past. I don't care. He kept apologizing. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I know you didn't know. And I refuse to let him beat himself up about that. Not on my watch. But I'm your daughter, boo, and we about to get this thing going. And I'm so happy. So, way to go for Soulful Sunday. All right, Lord, you showed up. And let me tell y'all, you have not because you asked not. I literally sat down and I told God, I don't understand this. Can you please reveal my daddy to me? I've been waiting, and I'm at my wit's end. And I'll be God dog. I've been stressing out. Y'all see it. And let me tell y'all now, when I stress out, my face started breaking out. I'm still beautiful and I'm still happy. So I love y'all so much. And to all my people looking for your daddy, I'm your proof. I'm your testimony. I'm here to help you. That's really why I think God did it to me. I think that's why he did it to me, so that I could help people. But y'all got the right one. So peace, love, and light.